Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So SMU's offense will go to work first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started...
Oh, he's going to go up top. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand.
Wide open spaces. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They'll send the back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Catch in the middle. It's Knight.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying. And they can't convert on third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. The quick out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So NC State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Looks as if he's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. With the catch, it's Smothers. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Safe completion on the screen. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got a man, it's hard. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Now the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. He's loose on the left. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, SMU. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Grimes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the right. He's in open space downfield. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play. Now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right? Jesse, it's really fun to be that team in the middle towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoiler.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone and understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Finds his man. It's Anderson. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Quick toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Thomas looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Smothers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Anderson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Sends it back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grab near the marker. It's Maryland. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese.
There he goes! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Grab near the sticks. It's Brinson. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Here's a heat. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on fourth down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
The short hands, it's Rodgers. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. First down, 10 yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Motion from the back. Going to take a shot on second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Grimes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. That's caught. It's Anderson. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on him. Looking to get it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Fires left. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Second down, they'll go to the air. And wings it incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, looking to pass. And connecting closely. On down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory.
He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense is going to...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Mustangs. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Quick strike complete. The Wolfpack line up facing third in approximately half a mile. He's looking downfield to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. They'll start this drive from the 42. Leaves it with the running back. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. And they to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for a crease to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, SMU. He got a step and just dusted the field. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. They're trailing by 11 to Kansas State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. It's complete. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. He's got him wide open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes one man miss. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. Got the first down and more. Flying out to the left. Oh, a lot of... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Bailey. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps it going. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me. Not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Caught over the middle. It's Grimes. Strong, firm tackle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Back to throw, it's Jennings. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Wants to go up top on first down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Lets it fly. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Anderson.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Under fire. He'll throw it. With the catch, it's Rodgers. Turning on the Jets. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Hauls it in.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, toward the right, looking for the first. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown. And they take it in for 6 more points. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 10 over Wyoming. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. This time on target. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. He'll throw on third down. He'll pull it down and run. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions or force fourth downs.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. Thomas back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give as they work on that clock. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Back to the ground game on the left. There he goes. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Quickly to the tight end. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting? Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Thomas looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for two. You got to have a two-point play dialed up right now. What can you run you feel like you can execute to tie this thing with not a lot of time left on the clock?
He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, at least for the moment. But there is a flag down. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the two in the waning moments. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Grimes. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this two-point lead deep in the fourth. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, and walk out with the gun.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. The Mustangs inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. Knocked down for the tackle.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Right on the money. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a first and goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And the Mustangs are threatening on 1st and goal. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.